Hey guys, Cinda Glenn here. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Today I'm going to be talking to you about some stuff I'm super passionate about, you guys. And by the end of this video, I hope you are just as passionate as I am because this is like the bread and butter of what we do, you guys. Like, this is seriously the guts of what we do. This is how we get our challengers results, all of it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about challenge groups. I'm going to be talking about what I require for my challenge groups and what some other coaches require for theirs. We're going to be talking about free challenge groups, organizing your month, and then we're also going to talk about the free, or excuse me, not free, I guess it's first time challenge guide that we have provided for you to make it a little easier when you're running challenge groups. So let's kick it off. Challenge groups. Why am I so passionate about it? Because like I said, you guys, this is where we get our challengers results. This is where we hold our people accountable and we help them get to their goals. This is where we go, hey, what do you want to do? What is your goal? What are you setting for yourself? And how are you going to accomplish it? And we get to see what their goals are. And when they say, I want to lose this much weight and I want to gain muscle mass and I want to be able to run a marathon and I want to be able to do this and this and this, so many different goals that they set for themselves. This is where we get to go, okay, now let us help you get there. This is our group. We're going to hold you accountable. You're going to check in every day and we are going to make this work. And this is the deal, guys. You have to commit. You have to decide that you are not going to stop. When people sign up for us, you guys, we're their coach for life. This is not just a one-time thing, okay? So you have to commit. This is not just put a person in a challenge group, see what they do for 3 weeks, and see how much Success Club points. And maybe we get those 2 Success Club points off of them because they did a challenge pack. That's not what this is about. This is about getting them their results, seeing what their goals are, and moving forward. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I run my groups and how other coaches run theirs. So I prefer doing a 3-week challenge group. I have found that to be my magic number. Some people like to run 60-day groups, 30-day groups, 90-day groups. I prefer a 3-week group. So 21 days. I have found that they tend to commit a little bit better when it's a shorter amount of time and they're not so terrified. They're not like, I have to commit for 3 months. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I found that 3 weeks, they're like, okay, I can do this. I can do this for 3 weeks. And there's that wonderful saying that it takes 21 days to break a habit. It takes 21 days to break a habit, but it takes a year to actually develop a new habit and to replace that old one. Okay. So when I have a challenger that says to me, I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay. That's a big goal. And we're going to help them get to it. But they're probably not going to do that in 21 days. They're probably not going to do that in that first challenge group. And like I said, we don't just put people in challenge groups, you guys, and then go, hey, thanks for that commission. Maybe you want to be a coach. Oh, you don't want to be? Okay, bye. We don't do that. We're their coach for life. And it's not just for fitness. This is for their overall, their health. Okay. This isn't just fitness. So when they don't reach that goal in the first 21 days, because 50 pounds is a big goal and they're probably not going to quite hit that, they roll into my next group. And when they don't hit it totally in there, they roll into next group. And what we do, every time I have somebody that has a big goal like that, I go, okay, we're going to break it down. This is what we're going to do during this challenge. Our goal is to lose 7 pounds. And 7 pounds is doable. You got to break it down into little chunks for them, you guys. When they have these huge goals, break it down for them. Because when somebody tells me, you guys, I've had people that go, I want to lose 125 pounds. That's a big goal, okay? Don't let them terrify themselves and go, well, I can't do it. That's impossible. No, it's not impossible. They can do that, but break it down for them. Okay, I'm going off topic. I'm going to try condensing this down. But requirements for my challenge groups. I require that they be on Shakeology, drinking it daily. They also need to be doing a fitness program, a Beachbody fitness program. The reason being, and you can get results at a gym. You can get results just out running, doing your own thing. You can get those results. But the majority of our challengers aren't going to be disciplined enough to be doing that. They really aren't. And Beachbody is those programs, you guys, they are built with a science behind them. They are built with perfectly spaced rest days, with working the different areas of your body, working with muscle confusion. These are built by master trainers, and they not only have the master trainers with them, they also have nutritionists, they have physical therapists, they have so many different people on their team while they're developing these programs. These are seriously scientifically based to help people get results. So that is one of my requirements. They have to be doing the Beachbody program, and they also have to be following that nutrition plan that comes with that program, which, hello, that's amazing that they actually get a nutrition plan with it. They have to be following that to the best of their ability. And you guys, that gets them results. It does it. That's the requirements. That's what they have to do. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I was a new coach, I was scared to death to have those requirements. I was scared to go, oh crap, I'm going to require Shakeology. What are they going to think of me? Yada, yada. And then I realized that my challengers were not getting the results they wanted. And they were going, oh, this doesn't work. And it's like, no, it works. It does. But you have to put the work in, and you have to be willing to invest in yourself. And keep in mind, you guys, when we sell a challenge pack, the average challenge pack, we're probably going to make about $30 off of it. It's probably going to be a $140 one, whatever. For $30, they are getting us for 21 days straight of our coaching one-on-one in the group. They're getting our attention right there. And then they're rolling us into the next group, and they get us for life. That's a very small commitment, which they don't realize that always up front when we say, okay, the challenge pack's $140. So, gonna answer a question real quick for you guys, because I know you guys are wondering, what happens when they have a program at home? I let them in. If they have 21-day fix already at home, or they borrowed it from a friend, cool. Yeah, let them in. But still have the requirement of Shakeology, or still have some form of requirements that they have to fulfill. And make sure they're signing up as placing you as your free coach. That's another mistake I made when I was having people join challenge groups, that they were doing their own fitness program. I wasn't requiring Shakeology. So they weren't directly purchasing anything from me. And then come to find out months later, they've actually been placed under a different coach, that because they bought something through Beachbody months or years ago, and they didn't even know they had a coach. And so when they buy their first thing or commission, sometimes they don't tell you about it, and we don't get anything from that because it's going to that other coach that they were assigned to, who maybe has never even reached out to them. So keep that in mind. Make sure they're placing you as their free coach if they're doing like a free challenge group or something along those lines. Okay, so moving on. So kind of trying to condense this down. I could talk on and on about this, you guys. Free challenge groups. There's so many different free challenge groups you guys can run. You can run free eating groups. You can run free 7-day ab groups where you do ab workouts. I did one that was like a 7-day spring cleaning one, where we literally organized our closets and went through and spring cleaned our closets, which was awesome because I got my closet cleaned and move forward. So that was pretty cool. But there's tons of different ways that you can host free challenge groups. They can be 5 days long, they can be 7 days long. I personally like to run 5-day clean eating groups, or clean eating boot camps is what I call them. Goal, I guess, would be to run them once a month if you can. I personally run them every 3 to 4 months because I run 2 full fitness challenge groups about every month. So it's just easier for me to kind of stagger it that way. Keep in mind, you guys, with a free group, we want to move from a free group, move those challengers into a full group. That is our goal with it. So we want to give them a taste of what a challenge group is like. And so we have to make those free groups really good. Now, make sure you're tapping into our Dropbox, because in our Dropbox, we have tons of information on how to run a free group. We have meal plans in there. We have grocery shopping lists. We have everything you need. But you have to be in our Dropbox, okay? So make sure, if you're not in the Dropbox yet, you put your email down below and we get that sent to you, because you want that information, okay? It's great information. Okay, so moving on, how to organize your month. So when you think about that, you want to move people from your free group into your full group, you need about a week in between those groups to actually get the people kind of prepped and talk them into doing the full fitness group. So ideally, I would say your ideal month is going to be starting out that first Monday. You start out a free fitness group, or a free food group, or free whatever group, free 1 week long group. So starting that first Monday, and then the second Monday of the month is going to be a break. You're going to have a space. And then that third Monday is when you would actually start prep for your full challenge group. So you have that week space where you can move your challengers from your free group into your full group. It's really important to organize those, you guys, because sometimes I know I was one that was so guilty of just randomly going, oh, I haven't done a free group in a while. I'll run it this week. And then it was like, I didn't have another challenge group for them, because I would run it either over top of a challenge group I was already doing, or I would run it right before, and then I couldn't get them flowed into the next fitness group. So then it'd be like a month before they'd actually get into a fitness group. And by then, that excitement from that free challenge group and the stuff that they learned is kind of worn off. So we really need to make sure we're organizing the month correctly. So keep that in mind. Okay, so those are the first two things. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is your first time challenge guide. Now, I'm going to do a screen share real quick. Okay, guys, so like I said, you have been given this information from us. We want to make this as easy as possible when you're running your first challenge groups. And we have put together this is the first time challenge guide. So this has all the information in it that you need to run your first challenge groups. You can see down here, there's this information tips. This is what we want you to read first. So tips for inviting for your first full Beachbody challenge group. The second one is a read. It has a timeline and a checklist. Print this off, you guys. Print off this one. That way it gives you a good idea. You know, when I was talking like about the behind the scenes, sometimes our challenge groups seem like they run really seamlessly. Well, it's stuff like this, checklists and things along those lines. This is what helps us run those challenge groups seamlessly. So print this out and make sure that you go through it and you hit all those little check marks. And if you have questions, please ask. So there's also sample applications in here. And then you're going to see up here, you guys, this is my entire sample script that I use when inviting people. And you can see Kate's is in here too. You guys, this is like gold, honestly. I was so appreciative as a new coach when my upline people wanted to give me their scripts, because I was like, I'm asking people to join groups, but I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't know how to say things. And I would ask questions and maybe they want to answer me. So then I would like let the conversation fall flat. And that was so not cool. Okay. So this is like gold. So please read through these and use them to whatever you need. You know, sometimes it's just nice to have a guide to go by on how to get people from just forming and talking into a challenge group. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind with the script, this is so important. You cannot just ask questions and copy and paste and not listen to their answers. You have to listen. You have to be empathetic. This is how you know that you're setting the person up with the right program. So when somebody comes to you and says, I really want to do Insanity, it looks awesome, people get stellar results because Insanity is insane, and they do. But you're going, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, let's get you set up with this challenge pack. They're going to jump in. They're ready to spend the money. And that's great. But then you start asking them about, okay, well, what can you do? Do you have any injuries? Do you have all these things? And you find out that they have bad knees. They have this horrible back injury that's been bothering them for years. You guys, that's probably not a good program to start them on, okay? You have to assess your challengers, because I look at this no different than I do with my patients at the hospital. I have to assess my patients every shift and make sure that things aren't changing and that I'm doing things appropriately for them. You have to assess your challengers and you have to listen to them, okay? So I could go on and on about that too, but we're going to try to keep this short. So also up here at the top, you're going to notice there is information here. Let's go with this one. Group script sample. So this is a script we have right in here, you guys. This is word for word what we have used for live challenges. So this is from our prep day all the way through to the end. You can copy and paste this if you want, change it to your own words. You're going to see, let that thing disappear. You're going to see just tons of information, and it shows us exactly what you would need to say or whatnot within a group, and to really help them, especially during the prep week, to help them just get organized with what to expect for the challenge group. Okay, so, and you also have images in here, you guys. We have all the images that we use. You don't have to use these. You can do whatever you want, but these are the images that we already have for you. So, I mean, how easy is that? Okay, I'm gonna stop the share. I have no idea how long this video is, but I'm apologize if it's long because I'm trying to get all the information in. But that's the basics of it, you guys. We want to make this as easy as possible for you and make it a good challenge group. So all of our information is right in there. We're going to show you our tips and tricks. We are open books. If you have questions, please ask. We want to answer your questions for you. And if we don't know the answers, we're going to find out who does, okay? And we want your input too, because you guys are a really important part of this team. I always think about being that new nurse coming onto, I work OB, so coming onto the OB floor and asking questions like, well, why do you do it that way? Like, what is the rationale? And all of my older nurses, because I worked with quite a few older ones at that time, they would be like, oh, we just have always done that. So we want your input. We want to see how you're doing, and okay, you say hi real quick. We have a visitor. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Okay, but we want your input because your guys' eyes and your knowledge is important. So don't degrade yourself at all. You are so important. Okay, tell them bye. We're gonna end the video.
Bye.
Say bye. All right, guys, take it easy.